Throughout history, humanity has unearthed remarkable artifacts that challenge our understanding of the past. From statues buried in remote bogs to mummies wrapped in myth and mystery, these ancient relics have sparked intrigue and debate among scholars and enthusiasts alike. On this episode, we'll explore 5 more unexplained artifacts: the Shigir Idol, the Lion Man, the Shugborough Inscription, the San Pedro Mountains mummy, and the Nimrud Lens. Join us as we unravel the secrets of these 5 fascinating artifacts, piecing together their stories and exploring what they reveal about our ancient ancestors. Welcome back to Fireside Unsolved, Episode 94, Unexplained Ancient Artifacts, Part 2. In 1850, archaeologist Austin Henry Layard unearthed an intriguing artifact at the ancient Assyrian palace of Nimrud, in what is now modern-day Iraq. Now known as the Nimrud Lens, or Layard Lens, this 8th century piece of rock crystal appears to have been roughly ground, possibly using a type of ancient grinding wheel. However, being made from natural rock crystal, the lens has remarkably withstood the test of time, showing little deterioration over the centuries. The lens has a focal point about 4.5 inches from its flat side and a focal length of around 4.7 inches. Although the lens is capable of focusing sunlight, its focus is not entirely precise. Some believe it was used as a magnifying glass, while others suggest it might have served as a burning glass to start fires by focusing sunlight. Alternatively, it could have simply been a piece of decorative inlay. Assyrian craftsmen, known for their intricate engravings, might have utilized a magnifying lens in their detailed work. In fact, the lens's discoverer, Austin Henry Layard, noted the presence of very small inscriptions on Assyrian artifacts, which he suspected were created with the aid of a lens. Italian scientist Giovanni Pettinato of the University of Rome proposed a more intriguing theory, that the lens was part of a telescope used by the ancient Assyrians, which might explain their advanced knowledge of astronomy. According to Pettinato, the Assyrians' depiction of the planet Saturn as a god surrounded by a ring of serpents could have been their interpretation of Saturn's rings, as seen through a primitive telescope. However, experts in Assyrian archaeology are skeptical, doubting that the lens's optical quality was sufficient for such a purpose. They also note that serpents are a common motif in Assyrian mythology, and point out that no surviving Assyrian astronomical texts mention the use of a telescope. The Nimrud Lens, with its ancient craftsmanship and purpose, stands as a testament to the advanced knowledge and skills of the Assyrians. Whether it was used for practical purposes or held symbolic significance, its discovery offers us a rare glimpse into the technological and intellectual achievements of a civilization long gone. The Shugborough Inscription is a cryptic sequence of letters, O-U-O-S-V-A-V-V, carved on the 18th century Shepherd's Monument located on the grounds of Shugborough Hall in Staffordshire, England. This inscription appears beneath a mirror image of Nicholas Poussin's painting, The Shepherds of Arcadia. The Shugborough Monument was constructed between 1748 and 1756, and commissioned by Thomas Anson. Its design features a portico supported by 2 Doric columns, which hold up an entablature adorned with a frieze. The frieze includes 3 metopes, 2 of which contain carvings of stone heads, one depicting a smiling bald-headed man, and the other resembling the goat-horned Greek god Pan. The entablature is capped with an antefix designed in an enthymeion motif. Over the past few decades, a variety of possible explanations for the Shugborough inscription have been put forward by different investigators, ranging from connections to the Holy Grail to confusing Masonic codes. Some have speculated that the inscription holds the key to lost treasures or ancient secrets, while others believe it might be a simple memorial or a playful puzzle left by its creator. Despite this, the staff at Shugborough Hall are unconvinced by any of these theories. In fact, a representative for the estate, now under the care of the National Trust, remarked in 2014 that they receive 5 or 6 claims of having cracked the code every week, leading them to approach such claims with caution. Although the inscription continues to captivate and puzzle many, a definitive solution has yet to be found. The Shigir sculpture, or Shigir Idol, is not just a relic of the past, but a beacon of ancient artistry and craftsmanship. As the oldest known wooden sculpture, it predates even the Great Pyramid of Giza by thousands of years. Carved during the Mesolithic period from a piece of wood dating back approximately 12,000 years, The Shigir Idol offers us a rare window into the artistic and cultural expressions of early humans. Unearthed on January 24, 1890, from a depth of 4 meters in the Shigir peat bog, the Shigir Idol was discovered near the village of Kalata, now Kirovgrad, on the eastern slope of the Middle Urals, about 100 kilometers from Yekaterinburg. The idol's remarkable preservation is attributed to its placement in the bog, an acidic, anaerobic environment that not only preserved the wood, but also suggests that many similar statues might have existed but did not survive under less favorable conditions. Initially found in 10 pieces, Professor D.I. Lobanov reassembled the sculpture into a 9 feet tall figure. However, in 1914, archaeologist Vladimir Tolmachev suggested a more impressive reconstruction of 17 feet, based on additional fragments. Sadly, some of these fragments have since been lost, leaving only Tolmachev's drawings to capture their historical significance. Initial tests in the 1990s by G.I. Zaitseva and the Geological Institute estimated the sculpture to be around 9,500 years old, though this faced skepticism given the sophistication of the artifact for its time. Subsequent analyses, including a German study, extended the age to approximately 11,500 years. In 2021, further research by the University of Göttingen and the Institute of Archaeology of the Russian Academy of Sciences refined the dating to around 12,000 years, making the Shigir Idol the oldest known monumental wooden sculpture. The Shigir Idol's geometric decorations, including simple lines, zigzags, and representations of human faces and hands, align with art styles from the late Paleolithic to early Mesolithic periods. Carved from a larch tree that was at least 159 years old, the top of the sculpture includes a face with detailed features, while the flat rectangular body is adorned with patterns that may symbolize ribs and totemic faces. The craftsmanship of the Shigir Idol, evidenced by the use of chisels of varying sizes and the identification of faces carved with beaver jaw tools, reflects a sophisticated level of artistry. Scholars have proposed a range of interpretations for the carvings on the Shigir Idol. Svetlana Savchenko from the Sverdlovsk Regional Museum suggests that the sculpture may represent a creation myth from its time. Other researchers speculate that the intricate markings might have functioned as a navigational aid or map. Some believe the idol could depict mythological forest spirits, and there are even theories that it may have served as a warning against dangerous areas. Comparisons between the Shigir Idol's ornamentation and the carvings at Göbekli Tepe in Turkey underscore its significance within the broader context of early ritual art. Previously, it was believed that complex art forms emerged around 8,000 years ago in the Middle East among sedentary farming communities. The Shigir Idol, dating back approximately 12,000 years, challenges this timeline and reveals that intricate symbolic and ritualistic art was developed much earlier, offering fresh perspectives on the evolution of human creativity and spiritual expression. The San Pedro Mountains mummy, commonly known as Pedro, has been the center of controversy and intrigue since its discovery in Wyoming during the 1930s, though it has since been lost. Scientific analysis determined that Pedro was a Native American infant afflicted with anencephaly, a condition where major portions of the brain and skull are absent. Despite this diagnosis, Pedro's small size and unusual features spurred alternative theories suggesting it might be an early hominid or linked to legends of little people. Pedro was discovered in either 1932 or 1934 in the San Pedro Mountains, Carbon County, Wyoming, by gold prospectors Cecil Main and Frank Carr. Found on a ledge inside a cave that had been blasted open, the mummy was seated and measured approximately 6 to 7 inches in height in its seated posture, weighing around 1 pound, with an estimated standing height of 17 inches. In 1936, Maine declared in a sworn affidavit that Pedro was in the possession of Homer F. Sherrill and supposedly held by the Field Museum in Chicago. However, the museum has no record of this artifact. Sherrill, a Nebraskan, exhibited the mummy as an early hominid. For several years, it was displayed in a drugstore window in Meeteetse, Wyoming. In the 1940s, it was acquired by Casper car dealer Ivan Goodman, who mounted it on a wooden base, enclosed it in a glass jar, and marketed it as a 65-year-old pygmy, claiming it was preserved as it actually lived. In 1950, Goodman either lost track of the mummy in New York or, as reported by the Casper Star-Tribune in 1979, sold it to Leonard Wadler. Wadler eventually relocated to Florida, where he passed away in the 1980s. The mummy's small size and adult-like appearance led to various associations, including connections to Shoshone legends of the Nimerigar, or Little People, and non-Native American folklore about pygmy Indians. This fascination was further fueled by a 1941 Milwaukee Journal article speculating whether a race of pygmies once existed in America. Despite these intriguing associations, X-rays of the mummy reported by the Casper Tribune-Herald in 1950 revealed adult vertebrae and teeth, signs of solid food in the stomach, and broken bones. These findings led Harry L. Shapiro of the American Museum of Natural History and Paul Martin of the Field Museum to conclude that the mummy was an anencephalic infant. George W. Gill of the University of Wyoming supported this diagnosis based on the X-rays, though the original films have since been lost. In the 1990s, a similar mummy, dubbed Chiquita, emerged and drew attention due to its resemblance to Pedro. Both Pedro and Chiquita are distinctive among Native American burials in Wyoming due to their seated positions with arms wrapped around their legs. Chiquita's unusual blonde appearance is particularly rare among Native Americans. The only other known anencephalic infant mummy is Egyptian, underscoring the rarity and significance of these finds. While both mummies have fueled speculative theories, the prevailing scientific consensus supports the diagnosis of anencephaly, highlighting the importance of rigorous scientific analysis and contextual understanding in the interpretation of such ancient and unexplained artifacts. The Lowenmensch figurine, or Lion Man of Hohlenstein-Stadel, is an extraordinary artifact discovered in 1939 in the Hohlenstein-Stadel cave, part of Germany's UNESCO World Heritage Site. This unique sculpture blends anthropomorphic and zoomorphic features, combining a human body with the head of a lion, and reflects the fusion of human and animal traits. Radiocarbon dating places the Lion Man between 35,000 and 41,000 years old, making it one of the oldest known artistic representations and the oldest confirmed statue ever uncovered. Linked to the Aurignacian culture of the Upper Paleolithic, this figure was carved from mammoth ivory using a flint stone knife, with 7 parallel transverse gouges on its left arm, adding to its intricate design. After several reconstructions and the incorporation of additional fragments, the figurine stands 12.2 inches tall, 2.2 inches wide, and 2.3 inches thick. Systematic excavations at the Hohlenstein-Stadel cave began in 1937 under the guidance of historian Robert Wetzel. On August 25, 1939, geologist Otto Wölzing discovered fragmented mammoth ivory pieces within the cave, approximately 30 meters from the cave entrance, surrounded by various artifacts such as bone tools, worked antlers, and jewelry including pendants and beads. This chamber is believed to have served a special purpose, possibly for storage, hiding, or ritual activities, highlighting the significance of the figurine within its cultural and historical context. However, the outbreak of World War II a week later interrupted further work, and the excavation trenches were backfilled. Wetzel continued excavations through the summer months until 1961, and additional ivory fragments were found in the 1970s. It wasn't until archaeologist Joachim Hahn initiated an inventory and assembly of the fragments that the figure, combining both animal and human elements, started to emerge. Carving the Lion Man from a hard mammoth tusk would have been a complex and labor-intensive task. Evidence from a similarly sized tusk found in the same cave shows that the carving process involved cutting through the surrounding skin and thin bone to detach the tusk, requiring significant effort, including wedging and splitting to handle the tougher parts of the tusk. Experimental replications by Wolf Hein and Kurt Wehrberger highlight the incredible complexity and effort involved in creating the figurine. Their work demonstrated that removing the tusk's base alone took 10 hours, and carving the intricate details of the body required steep-fronted scrapers and barons, which needed frequent sharpening. Shaping the head and shoulders was particularly challenging, as it involved cutting across the ivory grain and often required 2 hands. Overall, the basic shaping of the figurine was estimated to take around 200 hours, with the total creation process likely exceeding 370 hours. Jill Cook, curator of Paleolithic collections at the British Museum, suggests that such a detailed sculpture might have necessitated the dedication of a skilled artist who was relieved from other subsistence tasks. She believes that the sculpture likely represented a profound connection to unseen forces and essential aspects of nature, highlighting its significance beyond mere survival and underscoring its role in the spiritual and cultural life of its creators. And there you have it, a glimpse into some of the most intriguing and mysterious ancient artifacts ever discovered, each piece offering a unique window into our distant past. We hope you enjoyed this journey into history's mysteries as much as we did. If these artifacts sparked your curiosity, let us know in the comments which one you found the most fascinating and why. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to our channel for more deep dives into the secrets of the past. Hit the like button to support our work, and don't forget to share this video with fellow history and mystery enthusiasts. Your engagement helps us bring more content like this to you. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time as we continue to uncover the wonders and mysteries of our world. Until then, be safe, stay curious, and keep exploring. And we'll keep your seat warm for you. Fireside.
Thank you for joining us for another episode of Fireside Unsolved. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe to help the channel grow. Until next time, take it easy and be easy, you filthy bastards.